What up, y'all? It's your boy, Mr. Downtown Melo, and you're listening to the Entertainment Report on iHeartRadio, live from Orlando, Florida for Tuesday, August 9th, 2016, delivering some major stories and trends going on in the world of entertainment and beyond. You can follow the show on Facebook, Twitter, or Instagram, facebook.com/The Entertainment Report with Ray Melo, that's RAYMELO, on Twitter at The Enter Report, or on Instagram at The Entertainment Report. You can listen to the show anytime you want on iHeartRadio. Just go to iHeart.com or your iHeart phone app, search for The Entertainment Report, and it'll take you to the page. X-Men producer Simon Kinberg gave an explanation for Gambit's repeated delays. The 43-year-old writer and producer told Slash Film at the Television Critics Association press tour that he and his team are working to perfect the long-gestated solo film. He explained, "I think the truth is when you have these movies that needs a very special and unique tone, it takes a little while to find that tone." Kinberg, who has written and or produced 4 X-Men movies, compared Gambit's delays to Deadpool, which he also produced. Deadpool opened in February after 10 years of development and was a box office hit, earning $760 million. He says, "I hope that Gambit doesn't take 10 years, but it takes a little honing to get that tone and that voice exactly right. The character has such a specific voice in the comic, like Deadpool, that we want to make sure that we really capture that voice on the page." He also teased, "Really, it's just about getting a screenplay that is worth of that character, and I think we're really close now." Gambit, starring Channing Tatum, was pushed back in the spring of October to an unspecific release date. Kinberg said in July that he hopes to begin production in early 2017. He told that hashtag show at the 2016 Saturn Awards, "We have a great script on that and hope to shoot that movie at the beginning or spring of next year." The new roster of Autobots set to defend Earth in the upcoming Transformers sequel, The Last Night, have been redetailed on social media. The official Twitter account of Transformers The Last Night noted Sunday, alongside a new image of Autobot Crosshairs, "He's got your back, but you won't hear the end of it." The Green Lone Sniper, a robot in disguise, was described as part of the good guys, but only when it counts. Next up was the small and short-bodied new Autobot Squeaks, whose profile was revealed Saturday, along with the caption, "You don't want to underestimate this little guy." The adorable-looking Transformer was said to be a human's best friend with a small frame, big heart. The sword-wielding Drift was highlighted Friday, who resembles a Japanese samurai and was noted as being an honorable warrior who was no longer in hiding. With Optimus Prime to the end, his caption reads, referencing Autobots leader Optimus Prime. Crosshair, Squeak, and Drift will be joining the previously revealed companion Hot Rod and series regulars Bumblebee and Optimus Prime to take arms against returning Decepticon leader Megatron. The Last Night, due in theaters June 23, 2017, will be director Michael Bay's last Transformer film, according to the filmmaker. In February, Paramount dated the next batch of Transformers films, including Transformers 6 on June 8, 2018, and Transformers 7 on June 28, 2019. Miles Teller says the real David Packowitz, the massage therapist turned international arms dealer he plays in War Dogs, has a cameo in the movie. The film follows millennials Packowitz and Efren Divarali, played by Jonah Hill, as they form a small business and lie their way into a $300 million deal to fulfill a U.S. military contract to provide weapons to the Afghan army, living the high life until the bottom falls out of their operation. Teller told UPI at a press conference in New York Sunday David was on set. He has a small cameo in the film. He's the guy playing the guitar in the retirement home. That was pretty funny. He also added, so I got to talk to him a little bit. I just thought that it was interesting because obviously our movie ends, but something of that size is going to have a huge rippling effect. These are real people, so it's just interesting to see that a lot of the legal cases against the men are still going on. There are still a lot of conversations being had to kind of wrap that thing up. For me, war is never. It was interesting to see it as a business model or the fact that people were profiting off of it. But some of my best friends are military, so for me, I always look at those things on a more personal level. I look at the people that it's affecting. Co-starring Bradley Cooper and directed by Todd Phillips, the movie is set for release August 19th. And a related story, Jonah Hill says he's attracting some unexpected admirers by starring in films like the gun-running adventure War Dogs and the financial drama The Wolf of Wall Street. Both movies feature characters exploiting angles or loopholes in specific industries to achieve great wealth. Hill told UPI at a press conference in New York Sunday, "I was at a restaurant this week and two young men that were dressed similar to these guys in their heyday of financial wealth and war dogs came to me and said, 'We're South African arm dealers and we can't wait to see your movie.'" He continued by saying, "I didn't want to fist bump them, and I've had this a lot, like with Wolf of Wall Street, a lot of kind of like bro-y stock market people come up to me all the time and they don't see that I'm maybe displaying. It's not fulfill support. You know what I mean." Continuing to recall his encounter with the alleged arm dealers, Hill added, "My friends I was with were like, that was really bizarre and that's really interesting. I tried to ask them more about their business. They immediately deflected. But I would say making a movie like War Dogs changes your world in that way where maybe if you place somebody in a certain world, people sometimes misinterpret that it is support of that world or that occupation or something. So that's been interesting. I bet that you will continue to be interested in my travels. People in a restaurant that you would never know are international arm dealers is kind of interesting. They're right there at the table next to you and you have no idea. You never know what anyone's up to." George R.R. Martin says his Wild Card series is headed for television. The 67-year-old Game of Thrones author announced in a blog post Saturday that the sci-fi anthology will be adapted as one or more television series. He wrote, "We have some exciting news for all the Wild Card fans out there. Universal Cable Productions have acquired the rights to adapt our long-running Wild Card series. Wild Cards is an ongoing collection of mosaic and solo novels that takes place in the shared universe. Over 30 authors have contributed to the 22-book series, including Martin and Melinda M. Snodgrass, who also serves as editors." Martin said of the adaptation, "Development will begin immediately on what we hope will be the first of several interlocking series. Melinda M. Snodgrass, my assistant editor and right-hand man on Wild Cards since its inception, is attached as an executive producer on the project. The first volume in the Wild Cards anthology, Wild Cards, was published in 1986. The series takes place in an alternate post-World War II universe where an alien virus has infected humans, killing most but mutating survivors." Martin teased, "Only one thing I can say for almost sure, you'll be seeing Croyd Crenson, no matter shape, in the eventual show or shows ends up taking. It wouldn't be Wild Cards without the sleeper." He also added, before saying, "I cross my fingers that the Wild Cards will be coming to your home screens in the next year or two. I won't be working on that series myself." Martin is instead finishing The Winds of Winter, the sixth book in his A Song of Ice and Fire book series that HBO adapted as Game of Thrones. Universal Cable Productions programming included Mr. Robot, Colony, and The Magician. Stephen Amell has taken to social media to tease an upcoming crossover special between superhero series Arrow, Flash, Supergirl, and Legends of Tomorrow. The actor who portrays main protagonist Oliver Queen, aka Green Arrow on Arrow, hinted that production has perhaps started on the crossover with an uncaptioned image on Twitter Sunday that featured the footwear of various heroes across the CW's DC Comics television universe. The photo features the legs of Green Arrow, played by Mel, the Flash, played by Grant Gustin, Supergirl, played by Melissa Benoist, White Canary, played by Katie Loitz, and the Atom, played by Brandon Roth, standing around in a circle. Now it's back in May. The crossover special is due in December. Is set to take place over 4 episodes, one for each series. CW President Mark Pedowitz has noted previously, "Just imagine what our superhero crossover episode is going to look like come December." The CW DC Comics television universe will resume with new episodes, starting with the Season 3 premiere of The Flash starting October 4th. Jennifer Grey won't appear in ABC's Dirty Dancing remake. The 56-year-old actress who played Baby in the original 1987 movie told The Hollywood Reporter that she was approached about the project but turned down a role. Grey said, "I was flattered because I always wanted to be asked because it's nice to be included, but for me, it would be sacrosanct for me to do it because it didn't feel appropriate to me." She explained, "It feels like if you're going to do your own thing, do your own thing. I wouldn't say what role was offered, but I will tell you it wasn't Baby." Dirty Dancing, which co-starred Patrick Swayze as Johnny Castle, was a box office hit upon its release. The movie follows the romance between the sheltered Baby and working-class Johnny and includes the pair's famous lift scene during the final dance number. Gray told The Guardian in October, "I only did it on the day I shot it, never rehearsed it, never done it since. I don't know how all these people who reenact it have the guts to throw themselves into the arms of anyone other than Patrick Swayze. It's insane." Scream Queens star Abigail Breslin and dancer Colt Prattis will play Baby and Johnny in the remake, which is set to premiere in 2016. Gray presently portrays Judy on the Amazon series Red Oaks. Rachel Brosnahan will star in a new Amazon pilot. The 25-year-old actress will play the title character in Amy Sherman Palladino's pilot, The Marvelous Mrs. Maisel, according to news outlets. The House of Cards alum tweeted in response to her casting, "Guys, this is so many dreamy dreams in one." The Marvelous Mrs. Maisel takes place in 1950s New York. The series follows a young Jewish mom of two, Brosnahan, who pursues a career in stand-up comedy after her husband leaves her for another woman. Sherman Palladino wrote the pilot and will executive produce with husband Dan Palladino. The writer and producer is best known for creating Gilmore Girls, which will return as a 4-part revival on Netflix in November. Brosnahan is known for playing Rachel Posner on Netflix's House of Cards and Abby Isaacs on WGN America's Manhattan. She will also star in Woody Allen's new Amazon series. Courtney Stodden is ready to start a new chapter following her recent miscarriage. The 21-year-old reality star shaved her head nearly bald as a symbolic gesture after losing her unborn child to a miscarriage in July. Stodden was expecting with her husband, 56-year-old actor Doug Hutchinson. Stodden said in a video Sunday on Instagram, "As you all know, I recently suffered a miscarriage and it has a huge impact on me emotionally. I've been thinking and I have decided that I want to give back to my angel with a symbolic gesture. That to me is shaving my hair off." She also explained, "I want to step into this new chapter in my life fresh. I want to share with you because you're a huge support system to me and I love all of you so much. So again, thank you for your support." Stodden followed up by sharing a photo of her new look with the caption "New Chapter." She also confirmed the change on Twitter, writing, "Guess my head is shaved and I feel free." Stodden and Hutchinson, who were married in 2011 when the star was 16, were expecting their first child. Stodden's manager told news outlets last month that the couple were at an emotional loss for words. The rep said they are using this time to grieve with their closest family and friends. Please respect their privacy as the couple tried to cope with losing their precious baby and seek the support they both need. Stodden and Hutchinson have appeared on the reality show Big Brother and Couples Therapy. Hutchinson is also known for the TV series Lost and 24. Kim Kardashian is shutting down rumors that son Saint West doesn't exist. The 35-year-old reality star posted a cute video of the 8-month-old on Instagram after addressing reports at the Blog Her 16 conference Friday that she faked his birth. The clip sees a very real Saint smile and giggle at Kardashian as she teases him with a stuffed toy. The infant has made only a few other appearances on Kardashian's social media since his birth. The star explained at the conference, "So truly, I was not posting about my son because I wanted him to be able to go to the park every single day like a normal human being and nobody knows who he is. He is 8 months old now and people thought he didn't exist. People thought I had a whole fake baby and I made this whole thing up because I wasn't posting about it. And to me, that's so ridiculous." Kardashian husband Kanye West are also parents to 3-year-old daughter Northwest. Kardashian says that she and sister Kourtney Kardashian, a mom of 3, purposely shield their children from the spotlight and their family reality show Keeping Up with the Kardashians. She said, "I am really protective of my life with the kids. You might see them on Keeping Up a little bit, but not real stories about them. We just don't make stories. Kourtney and I don't make stories really around our children." Keeping Up with the Kardashians has captured such intimate moments as Kardashian and Kourtney Kardashian giving birth. Kourtney Kardashian recently admitted to You magazine that part of her would be so happy if the show were to end. And speaking of Kourtney Kardashian, the star says she sometimes wished that the show would end. The 37-year-old reality star admitted in an interview with the Daily Mail's You magazine that part of her would be pleased if the long-running E! series Keeping Up with the Kardashians was canceled. She says, "I don't want the show to end, but I sometimes think I would be so happy if it did, and I could just move away from it all. By the end of every season, I've had enough, but then once we've had a break, I'm ready for more." Keeping Up with the Kardashians, which premiered in 2007, catapulted the Kardashians and her family to fame. The series has captured such intimate moments as Kardashian giving birth, although she limits her children's appearances on the show. The star, who is mother to daughter Penelope and sons Mason and Rain, explained, "I want the children to feel free to run about where they wanted. It's their home after all, so it was easier to let them be on camera. They have known the crew all their lives, and the team are very respectful about leaving at 6 p.m. when I like to have family time." She added of her off-screen time, "For me, the moment I relax is when I take off my makeup. That means I'm back in my mom role. We eat together. We all snuggle together. It's so wonderful and peaceful." Kardashian has said in the April 27th issue of People that she plans to have a farm someday and move away from it all. Keep Up with the Kardashians. It's in its 12th season and airs Sundays at 9 p.m. Eastern Standard Time on E! WWE superstar Big Show has confirmed that he will battle NBA great Shaquille O'Neal at next year's WrestleMania 33. The towering wrestler mentioned while speaking with ShanghaiDaily.com, "We'll have one heck of a match and we'll see what's up. We'll give the fans a treat." Previously, Big Show has challenged Shaq face-to-face during the ESPY Awards, which the Inside the NBA commentator accepted. Shaq said, referencing to WWE Chairman and CEO Vince McMahon and his son Shane, "Let's do it, Vince McMahon, Shane McMahon, I'm in." Big Show and Shaq, both 7 feet tall, crossed paths earlier this year during WrestleMania 32 after Shaq entered the Andre the Giant Memorial Battle Royale and helped Big Show to chokeslam fellow Giant Kane before being eliminated by a group of superstars. WrestleMania 33, set to take place in Orlando, Florida, will be the second time Big Show has battled a celebrity after he fought boxing champion Floyd Mayweather at WrestleMania 24 back in 2008, also in Orlando. Big Show made headlines Saturday when he made an appearance at the Miami Dolphins training camp. Michael Phelps' 3-month-old son Boomer stole the spotlight Sunday during his dad's Olympic gold win. Boomer gained national attention as he sat with his mother Nicole Johnson and his grandmother as they cheered on Michael from the stands during his 4x100-meter freestyle race. Boomer's outfit and overall demeanor, which included confused and sleepy faces, were noticed and shared by fans online who found the newborn baby to be adorable. Michael shared on Instagram the moment after his gold medal win when he noticed Boomer was sleeping in the crowd among all the loud cheering. The Olympic swimmer wrote, "The moment when I got to see my amazing family in the stands, at Boomer Phelps was sound asleep. Haha, love you guys so much, and thank you for all of your support." Johnson also highlighted Boomer's USA themed outfit on the photo shared site with the caption, "Thanks for sharing your gold medal with me, Dad. I love you. Can't wait till I get to see you." Before the Summer Olympics began, Michael noted how excited he was to share the event with his son. He said during a press conference, according to E! News, "To have our firstborn be able to watch, I'll say this just in case I come back, my potential last Olympics." He said, "Just so you guys don't beat me to death if I come back, I'm just going to say that. To have him watch the potential last races of my career is something I look forward to be able to share with him." Sean P. Diddy Combs has been named the executive soundtrack producer for Publishers 2K Sports' upcoming video game WWE 2K17. The hip-hop mogul announced on Twitter Monday alongside a fiery image of himself in the style of the game's cover art, which features the Beast Brock Lesnar. "Proud to announce on #Raw that I'm excited I'm the executive soundtrack producer for #WWE 2K17. Diddy has hand-selected 13 tracks which will be featured in the title, including his 2001 single Bad Boys for Life and the classic 1970 rock track Paranoid from Black Sabbath. Diddy noted in an interview with Billboard, who also released the full track list, "I'm a huge WWE fan. I love the intensity and the competition, and I want fans to feel that energy in the soundtrack for WWE 2K17. He continued, "While prepping for the upcoming Bad Boy 20-year family reunion tour, I've been thinking a lot about the past and the artists that inspire me. I mixed some of my favorites with some of the best new acts in the game today to create something really special." Diddy is expected to appear on Monday Night Raw to formally announce his involvement. WWE 2K17 is set to arrive on October 11th, 2016 for the PlayStation 4, PlayStation 3, Xbox One, and Xbox 360. Lifestyles expert Martha Stewart and rapper Snoop Dogg are to co-host a series of celebrity dinner parties for a show to debut this fall on VH1. The press release promise each will invite celebrity friends over for a half-baked evening of cocktails, cooking, conversations, and fun where nothing is off limits. The unlikely pair, who mostly who most recently were on ABC's $100,000 Pyramid, have quite a storied history that includes joint appearances on Martha's Talk Show and the famed Justin Bieber Comedy Central Roast, among others. Stewart said in a statement, "At our dinner party, we will exemplify America's fascination with food, entertainment, and celebrity. Martha and Snoop's dinner party will redesign the traditional food competition shows in a new, different, and very funny way." Snoop Dogg added, "My homegirl Martha and I have a special bond that goes back. We're going to be cooking, drinking, and having a good time with our exclusive friends. Can't wait for you to see how we roll together." VH1 and Logo president Chris McCarthy says, "We're thrilled to partner with Martha Stewart and Snoop Dogg, two of pop culture's biggest icons. Good parties are filled with fun, food, and unexpected guests. Wait till you see what happens at Martha and Snoop's dinner party. It'll be unforgettable." Rapper turned actor Shad Bow Wow Moss has announced that he's retiring from music, with his upcoming album set to be his last. Bow Wow wrote on Twitter Sunday alongside a black and white photo of himself performing on stage, "Retirement only means that it is time for a new adventure. Over 10 million sold. This is the last one. Thank you." The singer continued in a series of tweets addressing his retirement plans. "I've always said years ago I'd retire from music before 30. I just can't wait to see myself at 30 years old rapping." He concluded by saying, "Made over 20 million off rap. Why be greedy? I'm good with everything I accomplished. I made it to the White House." Bow Wow's next album, which will be his seventh, entitled Nth, will be executive produced by Snoop Dogg. Bow Wow wrote on Instagram alongside a throwback photo of Snoop Dogg, "My last album will be executive produced by my uncle Snoop and myself. Since he brought me in the game, it's only right I involve him and end with him." Bow Wow's last album, New Jack City 2, was released in 2009 before he took a break from music to focus on his acting career. Using his real name, Shad Moss, the 29-year-old actor has appeared in films and television shows such as Entourage, All About the Benjamins, Like Mike, and CSI Cyber. Fifth Harmony singer Normani Corday is done with Twitter after facing racist bullying. The 20-year-old star announced in a post to her 1.72 million followers Saturday that she's taking a break from social media site until further notice. Corday wrote, "Over the past 4 years of being in the public eye, I've learned to grow a thick skin to critics and those who may not like me. But over the course of this last week, especially over the last 48 hours, I've not just been cyberbullied, I've been racially cyberbullied with tweets and pictures so horrific and racially charged that I can't subject myself any longer to the hate." Many have attacked Corday for her perceived slight against Fifth Harmony bandmate Camila Cabello. The singer had briefly hesitated in the live August 1st interview with Galore when asked to describe Cabello's best qualities. She says she is, Camellia, very quirky, very quirky, cute. Corday called the incident completely blown out of proportion in a post Friday after facing unjust hate and slander for her remarks. Cabello herself addressed the situation after Corday quit Twitter the next day. She wrote, "I stand by the words love only means I won't tolerate on my timeline any kind of hate, racism, or discrimination towards anyone, period. You don't have to hate on someone else to support me. I don't appreciate it, and it's not what I'm about. Be kind or move on." And now let's take a look at what happened on this date in entertainment history. On this date in 1969, the 26-year-old actress Sharon Tate, the pregnant wife of acclaimed movie director Roman Polanski, who directed Rosemary's Baby, is found murdered along with 4 other people at her Los Angeles home. The gruesome crime, in which the killers scrawled messages on the walls with the victim's blood, sent Hollywood into a state of panic. The career criminal and cult leader Charles Manson and his followers, who lived together on the outskirts of LA in a commune where drug use and orgies were common, were later convicted for the murders. Sharon Marie Tate was born on January 24, 1943 in Dallas, Texas. She moved to Los Angeles in the early 1960s to pursue acting, eventually appearing in such films as Eye of the Devil in 1966, The Fearless Vampire Killers in 1967, which was directed by Polanski, Valley of the Dolls in 1967, for which he received a Golden Globe nomination, The Wrecking Crew in 1969, and 13 Chairs in 1969. Tate and Polanski were married in January to 1968. The director was out of the country on the night of August 8, 1969, when Tate, who was due to give birth in a matter of weeks, and her friends, including the coffee heiress Abigail Folger and the celebrity hairstylist Jay Sebring, were shot or stabbed to death at Tate and Polanski's rented home on Celia Drive in Benedict Canyon. The Tate-Polanski home reportedly was was chosen as a target because Manson had unsuccessfully attempted to get a recording deal from a producer who used to live there. Manson's subsequent trial became a national spectacle during which he exhibited bizarre violent behavior. He was convicted and given the death penalty, a sentence that was commuted to life behind bars when the California Supreme Court overturned the death penalty law in 1972. Since his trial, Manson has become a criminal icon and the subject of numerous books and films, most notably the best-selling 1974 true crime book Helter Skelter, co-authored by Vincent Bugliosi, the Los Angeles County District Attorney who successfully prosecuted Manson and his followers. Also on this date in 1995, Jerry Garcia dies. Like his band The Grateful Dead, which was still going strong 3 decades after its formation, Jerry Garcia defied his life expectancy not merely by surviving, but by thriving creatively and commercially into the 1990s far longer than most of his peers. His long, strange trip came to an end, however, on this date in 1995 when he died of a heart attack in a residential drug treatment facility in Forest Knolls, California. A legendary guitarist and true cultural icon, Garcia was 53 years old. Jerome John Garcia was born August 1st, 1942, and raised primarily in San Francisco's Excelsior District, about 5 miles south of his and his band's famous future residency at 710 Ashbury Street. Trained formally on the piano as a child, Garcia picked up the instrument he'd make his living with then at the age of 15 when he convinced his mother to replace the accordion she bought him as a birthday gift with the Danelectro electric guitar. 5 years later, after a brief stint in art school in the Army, and after surviving a deadly automobile accident in 1961, Garcia began to pursue a musical career in earnest, playing with various groups that were part of the San Francisco bluegrass and folk scene. In 1965, he had joined up with bassist Phil Lesh, rhythm guitarist Bob Weir, organist Ron Pigpen McKernan, and drummer Bill Kurtzman in a group originally called the Warlocks and later renamed the Grateful Dead. From their early gig as the house band of Ken Kesey's famous Acid Test, the Dead was a defining part of the San Francisco's burgeoning hippie counterculture scene. They would go on to play at the Monterey Pop Festival in 1967 and at Woodstock in 1969, but as big as they were in the 60s and 70s, the Grateful Dead grew even more popular and successful as the decade they helped to define slipper further into the past. Indeed, during the final decade of Jerry Garcia's life, following his recovery from a 5-day diabetic coma in 1986, the Dead played an average of 100 to 150 live shows per year, frequently to sold-out audiences that included a significant proportion of tie-dye wearing college students who were not yet alive when the Grateful Dead first made their name. And as your entertainment report for Tuesday, August 9th, 2016, I'm your host, Mr. Downtown Ray Melo. I'll be back tomorrow to deliver some major stories and trends going on in the world of entertainment and beyond. You can follow the show on Facebook, Twitter, or Instagram, facebook.com/The Entertainment Report with Ray Melo, that's RYMELO, on Twitter at The Enter Report, or on Instagram at The Entertainment Report. You can listen to this episode or any previous episodes of The Entertainment Report anytime you want on iHeartRadio. Just go to iHeart.com or your iHeart phone app, search for The Entertainment Report, and it'll take you to the page. Good night, and God bless you all.